All right, everyone. Hope so far things are going well for you. Hope you're enjoying whatever you're doing at this time. And I would say happy Friday, but I'm not watching this on Friday. So if you are watching it on a Friday, then well done and enjoy your Friday. But not so much me. Today we're going to be going over solving the percent problems using the percent proportion. So it's a lot of what we've already done before, but I'm just going to show you how to squeeze it into a proportion and then solve it the way we've been solving proportions for the last few weeks. So yeah, here we go. We'll dive right in, spend a couple minutes on this. Again, you can always skip ahead, rewind as it were, watch it again. You can speak with me. I'm available Fridays. You can research the internet more if you type in percent proportion and do some more your own research. Just find the best way that for you you can learn this concept. Start by getting me out of the way, and here we go. Okay, what you're going to find is issues with percent and trying to figure out percents of numbers or what percent is. The state of Utah wants you to know how to find out percents in different formats. For example, what is 20% of 80? It's going to be a problem like that. Or it might per se, 16 is what percent of 90? You can see how this what is in a different place. Or 15 is what percent? Nope, you've already got a what percent. 15 is 60% of what number? You can see how in each of those examples, the what, it becomes the variable, but the unknown is always in a different place. Don't let it concern you. Don't be afraid by it. That's not the issue of these problems. That's not something to be concerned about. The whole point of this problem, of these kinds of problems, all of these, is just being able to understand the percent proportion. We talked about percent before. Percent just means divided by 100. So percent is just a fraction. It's just a specific kind of fraction. And to solve problems like this, it's just a matter of writing a proportion with all the information that's in here and using percent. And here's what it looks like. Whatever the fraction is, the part over the whole, and I'll explain this in a second, the part over the whole equals whatever that number is, that percent number, and then just make it over the 100, like percent is. So here's the four numbers, and we have the problem given. It's just a matter of putting that information into the percent proportion. So whatever is the part amount goes in the top of the fraction, whatever the whole amount is goes in the bottom of the fraction, the denominator, and then the percent number goes over 100. And here's what I mean. In this first problem, what is 20% of 80? Well, we just write the proportion. Okay, what? I'm not sure where to put that. 20%. Oh, I know where the 20% goes. That goes right here. So the 20% goes there. And what is 20% of 80? Whatever the whole amount that's being talked about, whichever of these amounts is the entire amount, that goes in the denominator. So what is 20% of 80? So this 80 is the whole amount. So the 80 goes down there. And what, I'll just put the W, what out of 20 makes 20% is what it's asking. What part of 80 is the 20? Now you can just solve this proportion the way we've been solving proportions all along. Cross multiply and then divide. If I quickly go through that, 100 W's is, when you type that in the calculator, it's 1600. Divide both of these by 100, and whatever 1600 divided by 100 is, some of you can do that in your head. W equals 16 when we've divided by 100. So what is 20% of 80? 16 is 20% of 80. And you can check your work. Does 16 seem to be a small part of 80? Yes, it does. We did our math correctly. Another one, 16 is what percent of 90? So again, we build the proportion. What is now that percent? So that what becomes the variable. What percent? We don't know what percent. 16 is of 90. So 90 is the full amount, and 16 of this amount. Then once again, you cross multiply, and we have here that 1600. When we multiply those, equals 90 times W. If in your mind it should be 90W equals 1600, that's the exact same thing. You can write the sides of the equal sign, you can write them in the different order. Either way, you divide both sides by 90, and 1600 divided by 90. There we go, we've got that number, and W, good, I didn't want the glare. W becomes 17 point, looks like it's 7 on forever. And that is the percent. So it's 17.7 on forever percent. On the assignment today, it'll ask to round to the nearest tenth. If it ever asks you to round to the nearest tenth, 17.7. Oh, rounding the tenth makes it an 8%. One more example. 15 is 60% of what number? So you build the proportion. So the 60%, I always like to put the percent on first because I know where the divide by 100 goes. 15 is of what number? So that of what number, that's the whole amount. So of what number, that's the W. And 15. So 15 is 60% of what? What is this? Once we have the proportion, we can cross multiply and solve it. 60 W's and equals 1500. Divide both sides by 60. Your calculator will give you the answer. Can I do this in my head? 60 goes into that twice. 30 left, 300 left over. I think it's 25. I think W becomes 25. 1500 divided by 60, 25. So in each of these problems on the worksheet that you're going to have today, it's just taking the words that they give you and putting them into the percent proportion. That's the hard step. The whole amount goes here, the part amount goes above it, percent over 100. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this makes sense. If not, again, you can research percent proportion, talk to me more, try watching it again, going over it again, and good luck. Thanks for your time. Hope things are well with you. Bye-bye.